What's the T and what's the word? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. What's going on to the Scotty gang, and what's up to the hoes that's watching that don't even like me? What's going on, y'all? What's the business? We are here, and some of us are queer. All right. We all up in the building today. We got some things to talk about. Well, we got one thing to talk about. So, that should let you know that we're not going to be here forever. We're not going to be here for way too long at all. We just here to talk about one thing, and we're going to be getting the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And, we get this thing started around the 5-minute mark. That's where we get it started at. Let me see. Okay, I'm put my phone, trying to put my phone on do not disturb, so I won't be distracted by shit. Okay. All right, but what's good, y'all? I got me some well needed rest, I must say. Like after that live from last night, the last live that I did last night, I went straight to sleep. And I think I got finished with that live a little bit after 11 o'clock. I lay down in that bed and I went straight to fucking sleep, like straight to sleep. I did not wake up until about 8:30 this morning. And when I woke up this morning, I could barely move. Like I was in that bed. It's like the bed was holding me hostage. I could not get up or nothing. I don't know what it is, but sometimes like when you go to sleep and you wake up and or like wake up in the morning and shit like that, it's like, oh Lord Jesus. You hear what I'm saying? It'd be like, Lord have mercy, please help me. Because it'd be like you could barely get up out the bed sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what be going on. But to each his own. I did not realize so many people were live right now. Like it's so many people live. Like I see Bundy is live. I see Lakeisha Keisha live. DJ Richie Sky. He got a premiere going on, but he's on. Like a lot of people are live right now. I typically like to go live when ain't nobody else on live. But I had to, had to push this on out because I gotta go film today. Right after this, I gotta go and film. And on top of that, I have 2 scenes to film today. Right? Like right after I gotta film around 5:30, 6 o'clock at the park. And then I gotta go into Midtown at 7:30 to film another scene. So yes, I have 2 scenes to film tomorrow. Then on Saturday, I gotta film. And tomorrow, I gotta film. Like I gotta film all like throughout the rest of this weekend. Like I'm a busy motherfucker. Okay. So I probably should have just did this live earlier today, but as I told y'all already, like I told y'all, it was hard for me to get up out the bed, baby. It was too hard for me to get up out the bed, so I had to do what I had to do. Okay, okay, all right. So I'm headed into like the 4-minute mark right now. So let me shout out. I gotta send some shouts to my moderators. Okay, so we got D Boy to Envy, we got Ebony M. I think those are the only 2 moderators that we have up in here. So you already know what to do as moderators. Keep the chat clean. Make sure that everybody is liking, subscribing, engaging with each other. Also, if anybody gets out of line, like I said before, you don't have to really just block them. You could just put their ass in time out for a little while, let them think about what they did, and then they can come back and hopefully they have a better mind frame when they do come back. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the gist of it. So hopefully, everybody's on one accord and everybody is actually on their best motherfucking behavior. That's the only thing that I ask. That's the only thing that I need. Okay. And with that, be sure to keep the chat lit up with nothing but flames, you guys. Y'all know when y'all keep the flames going in the chat, then that means, I'm going to give you guys a pretty good show. Now, we're not going to be here forever. Like I said, we're probably going to be here between like 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to give y'all, I'm going to take like 30 to 40 minutes of y'all time. And then we're going to be up out of here. Now, if I get back here at a decent time tonight, I'll probably go back live again. And then we're going to be done with that. Okay. So with that being said, we're at the 5-minute mark. So let's go ahead and get into today's show. And today's show involves Miss Kelli Potter and Angela Oakley, honey. They've been going back and forth for the last 24 hours on social media, and it's getting nasty, which lets me know that this upcoming season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 18, is definitely going to be something. Do you hear me? Like it's definitely going to be something. You hear what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into it. So let me take this overlay off, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's go. So we're talking about Kelli and Angela. Now, if you guys don't know, at the reunion, Angela had called out some nigga named Gary. And the first thing that Kelli said was, who's Gary? Who's Gary? And then, that's when Angela said that's the person that she been, borrowing money from or whatever she said, because Angela is always looking up for dirt on somebody so she can throw it up in their damn face. You already know that. So, that was pretty much the gist of that, right? So at the end of the day, Kelli came out on social media. She came out on Twitter, and this is what Kelli said when she talked about the foreclosure property that Angela has, right? So Kelli said, Angela Dion Reed, this is the $2 million house we're speaking of. Baby, this is your marital home, not an investment property that was in foreclosure and up for auction, correct? Then there's the picture of the foreclosed place. It says that it was like $2.1 million, of course. And then Kelli said, see, I have been very open and honest about my entire life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I never pretended like my life was perfect, and I've never needed it to be. So before we discuss finances, which is weird with your lifetime ban from FINRA and all, my home or my life struggles, make sure we're bringing everything to the forefront. Okay, so they bring back this clip. So let's go back and get to this clip, and then of course I'm gonna be back with my thoughts and opinions. So let's get into this clip.
Living in my house.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Okay, stop.
Don't worry about me. Sell a house.
I live in a $2 million house.
And it was just a foreclosure.
I'm still good. You're talking about
you literally got kicked out.
That was her investment place.
And kicked out of your business. Kicked out of your whole life.
Get out of Shamia's house.
All right.
Sell a house.
Okay, stop.
Sell a house.
Okay, stop.
I didn't borrow money from Gary. You did, baby.
Who's Gary?
Gary suing you, baby. Pay him, baby.
You got $220,000
Suing you.
All right.
Okay, so that was Angela and Kelli going back and forth at the reunion. Of course, that was them going back and forth, and it brings us to this. Okay, now here's the thing. I will say that Kelli has been very honest about all of her financial mishaps, right? Like everything that she's been going through, she's been very open and honest about said situations. And that's one thing that I do kind of I do kind of give her that applause, because one thing about Kelli, she gonna keep it a book about what she got going on and how she's living and what her bills looking like, but she's also not one to back down from none of them. And that's the one thing that I can say about Kelli that I absolutely appreciate, is the fact that she doesn't back down from none of them. And I love that for her. Like, I love the fact that she doesn't back down. She shouldn't back down from none of them. Honestly, she shouldn't even be backing down from nobody. So I get that part, and I love it for her, honestly. But I just feel like if your finances are not in order, then you should not be talking about or putting your mouth on anybody else's finances. I just have to be real about that. Like, if my money ain't right, if my housing ain't correct, then what the fuck do I look like talking about anybody else's shit? You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Like, why would I? And what would be the point? So that's one thing that I can say about that. Like, but one thing is, she don't let it really get up under her skin. You feel what I'm saying? And she didn't lie about the fact that Angela did have a foreclosed home. She did. She was facing foreclosure. I don't know if she's facing foreclosure right now, but if she isn't facing foreclosure right now, then that's just the gist of that. But but if you have faced foreclosure, if you have faced homelessness at one point in time, then I don't see why you feel like you need to talk about anybody else and what their home situation was. Because I just feel like if you ever went through that shit, then you should never make that a dig to anybody, honestly. But that ain't nothing that just going for Angela before anybody come for me, because that ain't what I'm saying. That goes for anybody. Like, if you a bitch that's gone through all kinds of bullshit like homelessness and shit like that, then that don't need to be no damn read. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that don't need to be no read at all. Like, it don't need to be a read for anybody, period. It just don't. But I honestly don't really like when they go to the finances of it all. Like, I don't really be praising them type of reads. Like, read them down as a person. Like, you ain't gotta go that far, but this is Housewives, so they gonna pull whatever they can out. So if you're ready to get into the meat of it all, then that's what you're gonna have to do. So that was one thing. So Kelly came and said that, right? So then we move it on along, and then we get into this. So let me take the overlay off of here, right? So we get into this. Now, Kelly Potter loses the lawsuit to Gary and is ordered to pay more than $83,000. Girl, I'm gonna need for Kelly to sit outside of Midtown, pull out a cup, and ask for quarters out of the ass. Because how much money are you gonna owe these folks? You're gonna be the next motherfucker going into bankruptcy. You might need to ask Pinky for her number to her bankruptcy folks. Because baby, you're gonna have to push it. Because girl, all this money you owe to the people, like what's up with that? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you owing this much money to the people? Like, once again, you can't be on here talking about some Tom Ford. I got a Tom Ford t-shirt on. I got this, or I got on Chanel. I got this, and I got that. Girl, you better go to Abercrombie and Fitch and put on some clothes. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. You better go over there. Is Charlotte Russe still around? You better go over there to get you some clothes to put on. Better yet, take your ass to Marshalls. You're going to have to at some point in time, because, baby, all this money that you owe, ain't nobody got time to be buying all that Louis Vuitton bullshit that you've been putting on. I get it. You got to keep up appearances, but baby, you're going to have to go and get bankruptcy. You're going to have to file for bankruptcy or some shit, because baby, this ain't no good look. You better get on them apps and get you some clothes. Better go to Fashion Nova. Go to Fashion Nova. Go somewhere. You better go to Amazon. Go somewhere. Because trying to buy all this expensive shit ain't going to cut it. I'm just being for real. Like, what the fuck is going on, Kelly? Like, what is going on, Kelly? But we're going to continue, y'all. So, the article states, let me get back. It says, according to court documents, Gary sued Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelly Potter over money that he loaned her for her restaurant, Nana's Chicken and Waffles. He claims to have loaned her $35,000 in July 2024 and $40,000 in October 2024, with an agreement for Kelly to repay a total of $100,000 by November 2024. Gary states that Kelly repaid $36,915, leaving $63,085 unpaid. A loan agreement from July 2024 confirms Kelly as the borrower and Gary as the lender for the $75,000 plus $25,000 interest. Kelly did not attend the court trial on August 7, 2026, and Gary won the lawsuit on August the 10th, and Kelly was ordered to pay $63,085 in principal and $20,614 in interest, totaling to $83,699, excluding costs and interest. Okay. So then let's go into this other clip that they gave us from the reunion. Let's get into that, y'all. Hold on.
I didn't borrow money from Gary. You did, baby.
Who's Gary?
Who's Gary?
Gary suing you, baby. Pay him, baby. Gary suing you.
All right.
I didn't borrow money from Gary. You did, baby.
Who's Gary?
Who's Gary?
Gary suing you, baby. Pay him, baby. Gary suing you.
All right.
I didn't borrow money from Gary.
Okay, so that was Angela put it out there that Kelly was borrowing money from Gary, whoever that is. Okay, and then what we at? So then Here are the court papers. So it says Gary told top shit. Let me not even try to butcher that man's name, but Gary versus Kelly. Okay. It says the above style case appeared on the court's August 7, 2026 bench trial calendar. At the call of the case, only plaintiff appeared. He testified to the contract details and remaining outstanding amounts due. Accordingly, the court finds in favor of the plaintiff and hereby orders this order and judgment in the amounts of $63,085 principal and $20,614 prejudgment interest, court costs, and post-judgment interest as provided by law. Plaintiff's non-contractual claims are hereby dismissed on the 10th day of August 2026. Kelly, you in danger, girl. That's all I can say about that. You in danger, girl. Like, you got way too many way too many money woes for me. You got way too many, because let me tell y'all, I don't even like borrowing money from people and it only be $5. Like, I don't even like borrowing money from people at all. And I just don't understand. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even like to owe nobody $50. Like, I don't like borrowing money. Like, even when it comes down, like, Bando be telling me shit like, if you need some money, just give it to me. Blah blah blah. I mean, if you need some money, I give it to you. Just tell me, I give it to you. And I don't, baby, I could be broke and won't ask for a damn dime. I'll be going through the worst and won't ask for a dime. That's because I don't like to ask somebody for money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't like borrowing money from people and the pressures of paying it back, because I'm gonna do whatever I possibly can to pay it back. Like, for real. Like, I'm gonna do what I can to do so. But I don't like borrowing money, and that's just the truth of the matter. Like, I hate it. It's the worst. I can't stand it. It's the worst. Like, for real. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. You don't understand. Do you hear me? You don't understand, chat. I hate it. I hate it so bad. But that's pretty much the gist of that. So that came out. So after this came out, Angela came out and said this. So let's get into it, y'all. So this is what it said. It said, first, congratulations to Who is Gary on his victory. Baby, thank you for confirming that I have my own coin. My $2 million plus investment property was purchased by me. It has over $1 million in equity and is not in foreclosure, and just underwent a $50,000 cash renovation. We also still own our marital home and rental properties. No prior evictions required. You wouldn't qualify. I may be banned from FINRA, thank God, but you're collecting bans from Life, Gary, Townhomes, HOAs, Navy Federal, Sandy Springs, Nana's Chicken and Waffles, and soon the location that Drew didn't visit. Hope that ghost kitchen at Shamia's work out for you, boo. Okay, so then she says, Kelly had a pattern with me long before I responded. Side baby talk, attacking my marriage and money, calling me Bigfoot, laying on my back to get money, and then accusing me of lying. A man doing a toast at her event to lie on my husband? Okay, let me say this. Now you're trying to blame Kelly for that dude coming to the event to say that your husband is cheating on you. First, you said it was Phaedra that had something to do with it. Now you're trying to blame Kelly. Angela, please get the fuck out of here. See, this is what I'm saying. While Angela may have a point at times, here she go, just throwing out shit to make it stick. Kelly didn't have nothing to do with that, and you know she did. Because if you felt like she had something to do with it back then, why did you blame Phaedra and not Kelly? You feel what I'm saying? Now you're trying to say that it was all Kelly. Kelly was the reason why that man came to her event to lie on her husband. Now you saying it was all Kelly doing. Oh, girl. See, and y'all wonder why I don't like her? She be doing too much now. She do. She do. And I wonder if that dude in question that came to Kelly's event and came to Kelly's event and see if he was on here telling if he was on Twitter saying something, because you know he always come out and say something. Let me see. Let me see something here. Okay, I'll go back to that in just a second because he did come out and say something on Twitter. But yeah, like shit, like keep your mind like if you're gonna read Kelly about some shit, go ahead and read her about it. But now you're just trying to blame everything on her. Now it's a man at her event toasting the lie on my husband. Girl, first it was Phaedra, now it's Kelly. Okay. Yet you ask, who is Gary? Liar. Okay, now that is true there. Now, when you called out the Gary thing, the first thing she said was who was Gary's if she didn't know who the fuck Gary was. Now, Kelly, that was a whole lie. You knew who the fuck that man was, and you knew why he was suing you, and you knew that Angela was bringing that shit up because she is a damn person that likes to look shit up. So if you know you dealing with a motherfucker that like to look up shit on people, then you might as well just keep it 100 at all times, because she ain't gonna do nothing but go and dig up dirt on you anyway. So, you know, if you be real about the tea and if you be real about what you got going on, then can't nobody use that shit to spray you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody use that to spray you with it if that's the case. So, I don't know. It is what it is, child. Let me see where we at. She says, and finally, no condolences when my mother passed. Did you expect it? For real. If Kelly had a pattern with you, and if Kelly said all this shit about you and your husband, or if Kelly did this, if Kelly did all that to you, why would you expect her to wish you any condolences on the loss of your mom? Like, if I know that bitch don't like me, I'm not expecting them doing anything for me. Not even give any condolences to me for my mama, like, or anybody that I cared about that passed away, because I don't expect for them, if they don't care for me, how could I expect for them to care about what's going on in my family or care about the fact that I lost somebody in my life? Do you really think that she would reach out to you? I wouldn't have reached out to you either. And I definitely wouldn't have thought that she was going to reach out to me either. Like, let's be for real, Angela. Come on now. This is what I'm talking about. She be doing the absolute most. This is why I don't like her. But she says, my response didn't start this. I asked one person one time, do you know her? I never asked for tea. I confronted that lie on screen. I never brought it to the group. Someone else surely did. But when I ask, it's investigating. But why are you asking in the first place? But okay. When they Google, dig, and pull records as this liar just did, it's housewives. Let me see. One thing about Angela, she gonna get on Twitter, get on social media, and write a bunch of Bible passages to prove her point. She's always gonna do that. Always. But when it comes down to this, though, this whole little situation with her and Kelly, quite frankly, I'm really not on anybody's side when it comes down to this, because honestly, Kelly do got a big ass mouth. Kelly always saying stuff, she always sticking her nose where it don't belong. And her house, her finances, none of that shit is straight either. But she always has so much to say about what somebody else got going on. If your bills ain't paid, if you ain't really got no money like that, then you should not be speaking on anybody else's situations with money. You shouldn't be speaking on it at all. Like you honestly shouldn't. If that's the case, like you honestly shouldn't be talking about nobody else's situations if yours ain't the best. So then this is the dude that be calling out Angela like this is the dude that was, the one who cheers glasses and says cheers to the woman whose husband is cheating on her, talking about Angela. So Someone says, I think this tweet was like, well, it started with Mr. Chalaki, which shout out to him, but he said Angela will end up being the Ashley of Atlanta. Nothing interesting is going on in her own life. She's just here for spreading tea on everyone and being the producer's puppet. Because she knows, because she throws a good read in there, people will always let her slide. Hashtag RHOP, hashtag RHOA. I agree. Anytime you can read good and all this other shit, ain't nobody gonna think about nothing that you did. They're gonna let you bypass all of the bullshit that they don't need to be bypassing. Someone came in and said Angela was always accomplished without Charles or Bravo. Comparing her to a woman who lived with her family in a tent and became a bartender is nuts. So then that is when old boy came in and said, y'all get on this web and lie every damn day. Y'all can't name one accomplishment that she has had prior to Charles. All she has done pre-Charles is rack up baby daddies in debt. Hashtag RHOA. Oh, damn. Now that was a lot. But hey, it is what it is. Everybody else's tea gets spilled. But yeah, I mean, hey, like I said, I'm really not on neither side when it comes to this. Like, I'm not on Kelly's side. I'm not on Angela's side either. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on anybody's side when it comes to this. But only thing that I can say is what's good for the damn goose is good for the gander, I guess. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, Angela said the shit she said at the reunion. Kelly comes out on Twitter and say what she said and put you on blast about your house. And then you come back on Twitter and you come back on, was it Twitter, Instagram? You come back on Twitter and you say the shit that you're saying about Kelly. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, both of y'all are doing shit. Both of y'all saying shit about the other and both of y'all going low. It's just that one is like less annoying to me than the other because I find Angela extremely annoying, but I find Kelly annoying, but mid-tier annoying. Like that's just basically what it is. But all in all, there are no sides to pick because both instances is annoying, if you understand what I'm saying. So it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure that there will be more shit to discuss as this reunion continues. We got 2 more weeks of this reunion. We got, you know, Soulful Dog. I'm talking about mid-tier annoying to me. She's annoying to y'all, not me. But anyway, well, where was I at? We got 2 more weeks with this reunion. We got Sunday and then we got the Sunday after that one. So, you know, it is what it is. We got it. So, but I am glad that this season is coming to a close because I am tired of going back and forth with all of y'all about this damn season. I am tired. Okay, I was tired, but I made it through. It ain't too bad. You know, it ain't as bad as it was with the Candace and Monique situation. That was pretty much like horrible to deal with. But other than that, this season was good. It's just that the back and forth and the split, you know, the split opinions was a lot this time around. So, you know, that's pretty much it. But with that being said, y'all, I'm about to go on and get up out of here. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. And all of that different stuff. I got a long evening ahead of me. So I'm finna get on up out of here. I told y'all I was gonna be up in here for about 30 to 40 minutes, and I gave you guys 30. So I'm out of here, y'all. Until next time. Bye, y'all. See y'all next time.